Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's take a walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. A lot of buzz going on about this beer company. This is Firestone Walker's Union Jack IPA. And a lot of news, a lot of buzz going on. Like I said, this company has just been acquired by Morgat Duvel, the people that brew the Duvel beers, and they have a relationship with Boulevard too, and some other place on the East Coast, I think. But they've acquired, and it's rumored it was around 250 million, I guess. So that's a lot of duckies there, and a lot of times when that kind of money is put in a brewer's face, they kind of want to jump at it. And I have no qualms or problems with that. I mean, as long as you're not selling out to the big three, that's another story altogether. But there's been some write-ups, and they've talked to the brewer there, the owner of, matter of fact, Mr. Walker, that is the brewer there, and he's explained all this. So hopefully it'll be a win-win situation for everybody. I hate to see somebody come in and buy a brewer and change a bunch of things, but maybe this will help their distribution. Of course, I don't have a problem getting a lot of the Firestone Walker beers. There are some that aren't sent out here to the East Coast. But maybe that'll change now that, and I'm sure they're wanting to go worldwide with the Firestone beer. So maybe, time will tell, guys, whether we'll see whether this was a good relationship or good marriage, if you will, between these two breweries. So hopefully it will be. And anyway, this is their Union Jack IPA. I reviewed this almost 5 years ago, guys. I think it was like Beer Review 45. And it was a big bomber then, where they're 12 ounce now. And I enjoyed it thoroughly. So let's see what this one brings. A lot of, like I said, a lot of news about this brewery. So I figure I'd do a re-review of this. So let's get on with this. The beer is an IPA, like I said, and it says here the ABV is 7.5 and the IBUs are 75 on here. And right on the bottom here on the label, it's got 4/28/15 written on it. Well, that's April, May, June, July. So we're at the 3-month in the bottle on this beer, and to me, that's getting, my personal opinion, that's getting at the end of the shelf life as far as I'm concerned on an IPA. I don't like my IPAs that's been in the bottle 5-6 months or longer. The hops have faded substantially by then, guys. So drink them fresh, that's what I try to do. And I had this one in the fridge and decided, and like I said, I picked this up at the local grocery store beginning of the week, I think. And so, I mean, this beer wasn't there last week or the week before when I went in, and it was this. And to me, why are they putting out a beer that's freshly onto the shelf that's already been in the bottle 3 months? I don't understand. I don't. Maybe it was pulled from a craft beer store that wouldn't sell it any longer. I don't have any idea. But to me, if I was Mr. Walker or Mr. Firestone, I wouldn't want to see my beer going freshly into a store that had already been in the bottle for 3 months. I would have a problem with that. So maybe we'll start getting some fresher beers from Firestone Walker, especially the IPAs. And then stouts and some of the great big the beers that they do, depending on the style. It's not that critical. But on your IPAs and double IPAs, they need to get a quicker turnaround time and distribution time to get these in the stores a little fresher, rather than 3 months. This beer is at the end of its shelf life, and it just showed up at the Kroger store that we bought this from. And the Kroger stores have a high turnover of beer. They move a lot of beer, so I don't understand that. Distribution in Virginia sucks. It sucks out loud. It sucks donkey dicks in hell, as far as I'm concerned. It's hard to tell how long this thing's set in a warehouse, waiting to get to the store. Or like I said, they may have pulled it from a beer store or somewhere else because they didn't want to sell it after it reached this age, and brought it to where they're going to move it. So, not a big fan of that, guys. But I wanted to re-review it. This is the freshest bottle I could get my damn hands on. So it is what it is in the state of Virginia when the distribution is as horrible as it is. Alright, commercial description on this, guys. It says, an instant classic, Union Jack is a recipient of numerous awards, including back-to-back wins at the GABF. Union Jack is abound with hop aroma and character, and that's going to fade substantially as it longer it sits in the bottle, guys. In fact, this well-balanced West Coast IPA is dry hopped 3 separate times, each lot giving it more and more of the grapefruit citrus hop aroma and flavor it's known for. Overall, it utilizes over 4 pounds of Pacific Northwest hops per barrel. So technically, this is your quintessential West Coast style IPA. We'll see how much it reminds me of like a Stone and Joy by, or some of the more juicier, hop-forward West Coast style IPAs. So I got a feeling this would have been a lot better in April when it was put in the bottle than it is here in July. All right, nothing else we need to talk about there. And of course, your typical cuisine is going to be your curry and your Thai. Your cheeses are peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue, cheddar, more pungent cheeses. And the meat for this is poultry, fish, shellfish, and salmon. And like I always tell you guys, grilled meat always works well with a nice IPA. Glassware to pint, becker, nonic, tumbler, mug, stein, Sidel. I'm going to use my favorite glass, which is the solid beer glass. I could have used the Duplo glass since they just were acquired by them, but I decided to go ahead and use my favorite glass, same style, tulip style glass, guys. And not recommended for extended cellaring, guys. So check that date on your Firestone Walker bottles and look at the bottom of it, the IPA. If it had been any older, I would not have purchased it. I would have left it on the shelf. But 3 months or less, I'll give it a shot. But if it had been in the bottle 4, 5, 6 months, I would not have purchased it, guys. I would have just let it set and let some other sucker pick it up. Alright, that's it for that. So let's get the cap off of this bad boy and get it into the glass. I really enjoyed this when I did it, but I was kind of a newbie at Beer Review 45. I was just getting into the IPAs heavily at that time, and I was fairly impressed by it. It was West Coast style, and I don't remember what the freshness was on that bottle. I don't even know if it was dated, as a matter of fact. It's been too long ago, almost 5 years ago. Even pouring it from here, I'm getting some citrusy grapefruit. Alright, good looking beer in the glass, about 1.5 fingers of head. Nice and clear, nice amber color, a lot of bubbles streaming up. Good looking IPA in the glass, guys. Very, very nice. Let's get a nose on it, see what we got. Oh yeah, very, very nice hop presence here. Nice hop profile. It's got the citrusy, grapefruity pineapple. The pine, I'm getting some mango in there, some nice tropical fruit notes, maybe some pears or peaches or apricots. Very pleasant smelling. Very West Coast smelling to me. I can just imagine what this smelled like in April. Very nice. First beer of the day. It's that time. Let's get it on. Cheers, everybody. Very, very nice. The guys at Firestone Walker usually do some outstanding beers, guys. They really, really do. Hopefully, with this new acquisition by Duvel, we'll get fresher stuff. I've got my fingers crossed here. That's what my hope is, guys. That they will be able to turn this stuff around and get better distribution and get it here quicker and all that kind of good stuff. And we'll get some of the beers that we don't get out here. The Velvet Merlin and Merkin and some of the box beers that we don't get here. I mean, they're a Sticky Monkey and several other special edition beers that I don't see here. So. Very nice. Very, very tasty. Just as juicy and tasty as what I remember it being almost 5 years ago when I did it the first time. So this is the review of the Firestone Walker Union Jack. Very damn pleasant. Like I said, wish I could get one that was less than a month old just to see how much juicier and stronger hop profile that this beer has, as opposed to one that's been in a bottle for 3 months. So, well, let's sip on it for a little bit, let her taste it, and I'll come back and do the final chug and grade. I'll be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. Let's sip on it for a while now. Very, very tasty. Just wish I could get it a little fresher than 3 months old. And hopefully with Duvel Morgat acquiring them, that may help. We'll see. Time will tell. So let's do the final chug on this one. Wonderful hop profile, even still after being 3 months. I can just imagine what it would have been like in April. So. In April, this may have been a 10 beer, guys. But right now, got the date on the bottle, which is a plus. You got to have that, and it's the bottled on date, and not an enjoy by date or some Julian code. But still, it's damn tasty. It's if you're a hophead, you will enjoy this if you can get your hands on these. Just check for that date on the bottom of it. And if it's been in the bottle more than 3 months, just let it set, guys. I mean, it's still rather tasty. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's still got a lot of hop profile. Even being in the bottle for 3 months, but just imagine what it would have been like in April, fresh, a couple of weeks old or so. It would have been probably been a 10. I'm gonna give it to 9, guys. If I was putting a numeric rating on this, it would probably be a 95 or a 96. So very, very tasty. Damn sure, mighty fine IPA. They do some really tasty stuff out there at Firestone Walker. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 94 in the outstanding range. It is an outstanding beer, a very nice West Coast style IPA. Over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says overall 99 and 99 in the style. I would probably step up and give it some better numbers if I get my hands on a fresher bottle than 3 months old. I'm sure it's probably a 10 beer when it's fresh in the bottle. But at 3 months, it's a 9 beer. Very tasty though, still. Definitely deserving of an A grade. Alright, if you've had this one from Firestone Walker, their Union Jack IPA, this is the review for 2015. Let me know what you think, guys. Let's take that walk and go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See you then.